Bro, I swear on God, you on that book shit. This shit's so hot, baby. Is that my voice?
Right, hello. Welcome back to another tier list video. So in today's video, I want to show you my honest rankings of every operator, including OSA or OSA from the very new season that's currently in the TTS. We're going to be starting with the order that you can see below. So Gridlock first, and then OSA last. I don't know why it's like that. It's just like that. So the categories are top 5, very good, good, situational, bad, and awful. So we'll start with Gridlock. I think she's good. So my reasoning for this is she's not very good. You know, like her ability is very, counterable. Wumai, for instance, shooting them, for instance. But she's definitely not situational. She can always be good. Nomad, however, I think is very good because she essentially does what Gridlock does, but better. Kaid is also very good. You know, well, electrocution. You know, like the electric claw. So electric claw. It's a very, very good ability. It just is very good. I wouldn't say it's top 5, but he's very good. Clash, I'd say, is good. You know, there's very few maps that you wouldn't have a Clash on. Like, there's always the opportunity to play Clash. So she's good, not very good, but she's good. Maverick is very good. You know, he's good for opening hatches, especially. I'd say he was once top 5, but now there's that many different choices. You can play Hibana, Thermite, Ace, is even the hard breach tool. You know, he's not the best at what he does anymore. Maestro, I'd say, is good. Now, Maestro used to be very good and used to be top 5. He used to be top 5 with the ACOG. He used to be very good until they nerfed his Maestro camp. So now you can melee the Maestro camp, for you that don't know, and it becomes cracked, so you have to open it to see. So just for that reason, I think he's good. Alibi is situational. There's no two ways about that. I think everyone knows that. Her ability in the right hands can be very good, but it is crap on certain maps and certain areas. It's always situational. You know, you're always putting a risk on. Iana, I'd say, is very good because she's just got essentially an infinite drone. You know what I mean? Like, it can be used to take down rune gates. It can be used to get out intel. It can be used to fake out nitro cells, impact grenades. You know, anything like that. Very, very good. Wumai, I'd also say, is up there. Very good. He does what Jaeger does, arguably at the same rate now since Jaeger got his nerf. He's got some solid weapons. I believe he's a 2-speed as well, so you know he's quite agile. Yeah, I think he's good. Kali's situational. Now, Kali's ability itself is very good, but because of her gun, especially on PlayStation, very situational because certain maps are quite close quarters when you're pushing in objectives, so she's just not up there. Amaru is bad, right? I love Amaru, I love playing her, I can pull it off, right? But it's because I play in a platinum or gold elo most of the time, so no one expects an Amaru rush. You can just run in with the Supernova or the LMG and you can just wipe them out, but her ability is crap. Goyo is, I'd say, situational. His shields can be really good in the right hands, but it's the fact that even people like Bolo don't play him on every map. You know, he has to be good on certain maps. He's not always a viable choice. There are definitely certain maps where you don't pick him. Nock is bad. Now, she could be buffed and she could be made good. But her ability's crap. You can still see her move and you just can't ping her, but now yellow pings are a thing, it doesn't matter. That, and it's not as if it like silences her step enough, you know. She's like a worse Cav and Vigil combined. Warden is situational. Now, I would say Warden's bad, but his ability is technically very good, and his guns are very good too. It's just that he doesn't bring a lot to the team if they don't have a Ying or, you know, they don't rely on flashes or glass, for instance, smokes. So he's situational for that reason. Mozzie is good. Now, the reason he's not very good, and the reason you saw me hesitate there, is simply because his ability has the potential to be very good, and so do his weapons. But if you are against someone that is very good, they can just avoid getting hit by the Mozzies. It's really not that hard to avoid them. So unless they're a crack shot with the actual Mozzie drones you're firing dead on, he's good, not very good. Oryx is... So, I want to put him in bad too, right? He's really fun, and he's got some cool features like the hatch jump, you know, the running through walls, making rotations. His guns are also pretty solid, but at the same time, you know, he doesn't really bring anything to the table. You know, impacts still do his job. You don't really need to jump up hatches, and he's so slow at doing it. You know, it's cool for the meme, but it's not very good. Echo, I think he's good. Now, actually, you know, no, we all are very good. I think he used to be top 5. But when his drones became, you know, visible, they're no longer invisible, that's when he got nerfed. I think that's why he's very good. But they're still, you know, they're still maneuverable. Their abilities still cancel diffusers. They still disorientate enemies. He also got the adjustment where now, even if you stand still, it doesn't go away quick enough. So obviously, you know, it doesn't matter what they do, you can still turn around and push. So yeah, he's very good. Cav is bad, right? Again, in gold elo, really good, right? But we're talking as the whole spectrum. Lower elo, she's crap. Higher elo, she's crap. She's got silent step ability, which it can be annoying, but at the same time, she doesn't bring anything to the team. She's just got the silent step and the interrogation. But if you see someone get interrogated, you beeline towards that cav and you kill her. Blackbeard. Now, I'd say situational. Now, hear me out here, right? I think he's very good on PC, but on PS4, you don't rely on those headshots as much, and same with Xbox. So I think he's situational for that reason, because he's awful on PS4, but insanely good on PC. So I think he's smack bang in the middle for this. Valkyrie is very good. Now, she's up there with Echo for the same reason. You know, she's got 3 cameras. They can be hidden. They have a full 360 diameter, depending on where they are. Diameter, yeah, whatever. Very, very good. Now, she might be amended to top 5 later on, but for now, she's staying in very good. Capital is, I'd say he's very good as well. He's got the smokes, so you know he can help with plants, he can block off doorways. Same with the fires, he can block off doorways. He can kill someone behind a desk, you know, like if there's an echo camping somewhere or someone behind a shield. I think he's very good. Again, for me, he is one of the best operators there, but we're talking as a whole. Vigil, now I think Vigil's better than Cav. In fact, you know, actually, wait, I'm just thinking now. No, Cav stays down there, but I think Vigil's going to go good because his weapon is so good. He's got impact grenades, he brings impact grenades to the table. In fact, yeah, we're going to put Cav situational because her silent step also counters Jackal. I forgot about that bit when I put her there, so I'd say she's situational. Now, the reason Vigil's better is because you get a warning with the lions, so you can counter that, whereas if you get tracked as Cav, the first ping still comes through if you're not already in silent step. That and Vigil's weapons, to me, are just way better. Like, it's the K1A and the secondaries are so much better. Obviously, the Louisiana's good on PC, but again, on PS4, you're not relying on those headshots, so it's not that. Dokkaebi, I think, is situational. I don't think she's good because her weapons are shite, right? They're both either a shotgun, the Boss G, or the Marksman, the MK14. I don't think they're good enough to put her in the good tier. Her ability is situational too, because if they've got a mute, then it doesn't matter. And if they just turn it off, or, you know, they push you because, you know, they know you're doing the ability, you know, it's situational, Zophia's good. Now, I'd say she was very good before her gun was nerfed. In fact, she'd be top 5 before her gun was nerfed. Now I think she's good. In fact, I think she's very good, because if you can control her recoil, she's very, very good. But I don't think she's that top 5 operator anymore because she has so bad recoil now. Ying's good. Ying's always good to have on your team, but she's not the best. Now, we'll explain why I think Finker's up there with her as well, because last time we did the tier list, Finker was quite low down. But obviously she's been buffed, so now she can, you know, remove flashes. But I think Ying's up there because she can push with the shotgun or the LMG. I mean, you always use the LMG, right, though. And she can just flash entire rooms, even if it's a Jaeger, because I believe she runs smokes or stuns, and the smokes. Yeah, so yeah, she's good. Legion's very good. He slows, he stops, he's very good with combos such as Frost or Capcan or anyone holding angles. If you remember where you've put them, it's a very good intel op. You can obviously see where you've put them and see where they've gone. I think Legion's up there. I think prior to Legion's nerf, you know, when you could see his Legions through walls, he would have been top 5 then. Mira's good. Now, The reason Mira's not very good anymore is because there's now some spots she can't put her mirrors because she can just melee them. So I think she went from very good to good. I think she's been pushed down in the tier a little bit. That's just my honest opinion. Obviously her weapons haven't been changed or anything like that, it's just her ability. Jackal is, I'd say he's very good. Both his weapons are solid weapons. He's got the shotgun secondary. His ability is good for everyone other than Cav. I mean, I suppose mute counts as him, because obviously if you've got the visor on when you're around a mute jammer, it goes crackly and you can't scan, but I think he's very good. Hibana is also very good, especially considering her buff, where she can now choose whether she wants 6, 4 or 2 X-Karos pellets. She's now very good for getting rid of hatches, opening up slight walls, and even opening up like multiple hatches. So she's very, very good. Now Finker I think's good. I think she's on par with Ying for this exact reason, right? She can now stop her entire team from being flashed. So if they all run in with the Ying, and she actually uses a Finker Blast after the Yings have gone off, suddenly everyone can see other than the enemy team. You can just go in and kill everybody. She's good. She's not very good because, you know, her ability can sometimes fuck people up with the recoil control, but she's good. Lion is good. Now the reason Lion's not very good is because Vigil counts him, so does Mute. So if you're near a Mute jammer, it doesn't matter. It's the same with... No, actually, I think it is just Lion. I can't remember what I was going to say. But yeah, Dokubi. Dokubi is what I was on about. I don't think he's situational, because I think he can always be used. So he's good, but not very good. Doc is very good. Now, Doc is always going to be good, even though What's-Her-Face was released Thunderbird. He's still a valid option, because it's a long-range alternative to Thunderbird's gadget. He can heal you from across the map. He can heal himself and revive himself. He can revive you. He's also got solid weapons. He's got the P90, the shotgun, and the MP5. He's also got the revolver and the P9. All very, very good weapons. And for the same reason, I think Rook is very good too. Now, a lot of people sleep on Rook, but I think Rook is very good because you've got to think, now it actually shows you he adds that extra health. He's always a solid teammate because he's always got the guns. And especially if you partner him with someone like Doc, your team becomes almost unkillable. I think he is very, very good. I think Jaeger is very good. I think he's on par with Wamai, like I said earlier. Obviously, he would be top 5 prior to his nerfs. Bandit, for the same reason as Kaid, is also very good. He can electrify walls. I don't think he's as good as Kaid in certain situations, but I think they both fluctuate between. They can both be as good as each other. Now, Mute, I think is also very good for the exact same reason, but Mute might be amended to be top 5 at the end of this, because he can also not only just stop, you know, hard breaching, but he can stop fuses, he can stop Jackal, Dokubi, Lion, he can stop so many things. He can even, I believe, disable claymores too. You know what I mean, like, he's so good. Now, Sledge is very good. Now, I don't think his position will be changed when his SMG11 goes, so he's going to stay in very good, which is why I'm doing this video now, because the nerfs, I think, won't affect it too much. But Sledge's hard breaching capabilities are very, very good. His guns are solid, even his pistol's solid, so when his SMG goes, it's fine. He's my main, personally. He's my favourite operator, other than people like Ella. But he is very, very good. No, actually, now I'm looking down below. I can't see an Ella. Oh well. Well, I'll go through, and any ones that I can't see, I'll put on. But yes, I think Sledge is very good. Smoke is also very good. He's very good at entry denial. He's very good at holding spaces, such as Oregon. I don't think he's top 5, but he is very good. Thatcher is very good. Again, he's probably going to be amended to top 5. I think he's very good simply because he is so good at opening up walls, you know, getting rid of the electronics. He's also good at disabling your hoods, so not your hoods, your sights. He's just always very good to have in your team. Ash is very good, on par with Zofia, even a little bit better than Zofia now, I'd say, just because of the recoil control. Castle is situational. Now, the reason I'm saying Castle is situational and isn't good is simply because on certain maps he just isn't. On certain maps you always see either a Sledge, an Ash, or a Zofia, right? so they just counter him immediately. But on certain maps, you don't often see those. Even though, you will eventually sometimes see them, he can be the difference between, a round going one way or another. So I think he's situational, he's not bad. Pulse is very good. He's always very good to have as a roamer. He's also very good to have as an anchor. He's just an all-around very, very good operator. Now, Monty, I think he's good. I don't think he's very good because, especially since his shield nerf where he can bash it a little bit to the side like Clashes, I don't think he's in that very good tier anymore, but I think he's still a good, solid choice. Let's go with Frost. Right, okay. Frost, if we're going in terms of it, she's awful, right? She is awful. Her guns are so good, but her ability is so crap. It's so predictable. Unless you're in low elo, it's shite. Book is very good. He's on par with Sledge, I'd say, especially when Sledge gets his SMG11 taken away from him. I think Book is very good at his destruction capabilities, and his guns are very good too. IQ is very good. Now, I'd say IQ was good, but now with her ability to ping what gadgets she can see, I think she's very good. Fuse is situational, there's no need to explain that. For instance, he's crap at hostage, but he's very, very good at, secure area, for instance. On bomb, he's very good if there's people holding the objective. He can also just get out of the mute range in this new update, and obviously he's now been buffed. Actually, no, let's say good, because he's now been buffed so he can go through reinforced walls. Glaz is situational. No, yeah, Glaz is situational. He's not bad, he's not good. His gun's a hard hitter, can see through smoke, he can hold those angles, but he's only good on long range maps like Kali. Tachanka is, I'd say he's good, right? His gun's got a lot of destruction capabilities, his other guns got quite good recoil, quite high fire rate. His ability is very good. I think he would have been very good if his withstand ability was still in the game, but obviously it's not. Capcan is good. He's always a solid choice to have, especially in mid elo and low elo, not so much high elo. But if you've got a quick team running in, they think you're battering them, you've got a Capcan. He's a good choice. Blitz is bad. Alright. I love Blitz, he's my second highest, I believe he's my second highest operator on attack, possibly third. I really love playing him, but when he's tased, his shield gets pushed to the side. When you melee him, his shield gets pushed to the side. His flash doesn't always work. His gun is shite. His ADS time is shite. He's bad. Recruit is bad. I'm not even arguing with you all. He is bad. No one can say any different. Thermite is very good. Same reason that Hibana is, and Maverick is, and Ace will be as well. Twitch is very good now. Twitch is even better than she was. I think Twitch would arguably be good before this update. But basically in this last update, for those of you that don't know, her ability has become a laser. So now she can shoot cameras and gadgets from across the map. She doesn't have to be right underneath them, which just makes her that a little bit better. Ace is very good for the same reason that all the other hard breaches are. I don't have to explain that. Melissa's good. Now, she used to be very good. Now her ability opens and you can shoot it. I don't think she's as good. Obviously she's got the MP5 instead of the T5, which wasn't really a nerf, but I think she's good now, not very good. Aruni is very good. Now, the reason she's very good is because her guns are good, her melee is so good, and her ability is always useful. It just is always useful. It can stop drones if people are throwing them in. It stops you from throwing grenades in, stuns in, yings in unless they're rolling them. It stops you from pushing in the last minute, just like Castle does. But she's better than Castle because you can shoot through it. Flores is bad, right? I love his ability, but he is bad, and no one can deny that. It's not a hard breaching tool. It's not really a soft breaching tool. It can be stopped by mutes. It can be shot. It's just a slower drone that you can't stop, and it has a timed explosive on it. I'd say Sunfish is good. Now, the reason you saw me going between good and very good is because, well, he'd be very good if he could instantly go onto the cameras, or if he had, I don't know. I don't think there's any way they can change him. I think he'll always be good because his weapons are solid. It's just that his gadgets so he's to see, so he's to shoot. Sometimes you can even shoot it before he uses it. Yeah, Thunderbird's very good. Same reason Doc's up there. Good alternate to Doc. Has more stations. She doesn't have to actually manually do it. She's good. Ossa is very good. Now, and the reason I'm saying she's very good is because she's the first attacker with a shield that she can mount. She can also use that shield because it's a full shield. And it's see-through, so you can see completely through it. From what I can tell, from what I can remember, her guns are good. I think she's going to be a very good operator. Now, let me just have a quick scan through, because I don't think Ella's in here. If I'm going for Ella, Ella's good. Her weapons are very good. Her ability's good. Actually, Ella's very good. I'm trying to think. So there's... all 4 Germans are there. Both of the Japanese are there. Capitan Valk are there. I think it's just Ella they're missing. I think. If not, please, if you've noticed anyone else that's missing, comment below, because I can't think of anyone that's missing right now, and I will tell you where I think they are on the list. But let's amend some to top 5. So obviously it's going to be in this very good list. In this very good list. So I think, out of all these people, I think personally, Thatcher's got to be up there. Thatcher's got to be the first one in the top 5. I think Pulse has got to be up there. Who else could be up there? I think Doc has to be up there too. He's always a solid choice. I'd say Mute's up there too. And now the last one to choose from. I think personally, maybe a hard breacher such as Hibana. I think Hibana's up there. Now, Thatcher's up there because he's, like I said earlier, he's probably the best operator in the game. His guns are solid, his ability is one of the best in the games. Pulse is up there because he can always be used. Like, even if it's just for intel, he can always be used. Doc can always be used. Mute can always be used. Now, the reason Hibana's up there and not Thermite, Ace, or Maverick is because of her range in how she can open stuff. So obviously she can open a 2-hole, a 4-hole, or a 6-hole. And not only that, but I think it's between her and Thermite up there. I think it's just her because she's a longer range than the other 3 options. But yeah, they are my top 5, and this is my tier list. So like I said, if there's anyone I've missed, please comment below who that is. If you'd like to see any more tier lists, please tell me what tier list that is. Link them if you want to, and I'll click on it and have a look. But that is all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Dripping like a school. On a forward school. Baby gonna school. She funny with it. Cool. V5